What's happening, Bulls? How are we? I hope you're all doing well and staying positive out there. We are live tonight. It is Saturday night and it's 6:30 1 p.m. here in Melbourne, Australia. I think I've finally managed to get the live stream going finally on my YouTube channel. And sorry you guys can't see my head. Let me see if I can adjust this now. I'll put it over this side. How about that? There we go. Wow, this has honestly been a nightmare to get this live stream up and running. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I've got new computers. It's been an absolute disaster. Let me know if you can hear me clearly in the live chat, ladies and gents. I hope you're all doing well. It's been a long time since I've done a live stream on my channel, that is for sure. Oh, what a mission it has been to get this going live on the YouTube channel, guys. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let's wait for a few more people to join. What a nightmare. Honestly, it's been a disaster. Good and clear. Amazing, Pete. Welcome. Welcome, 49s, Fine Silver. Welcome. Welcome, Lord Z. Welcome, Robert. Hope everyone is well. I haven't done a live stream in a very long time. I've got some free time tonight, so I thought I'd do one because there is a lot. There's a lot going on in the crypto world at the moment. I haven't done a live stream. I've been doing a lot of videos on my channel, as everyone knows. And by the way, if you are joining, let me know where you are joining from around the world. I love to do this all the time. And I should do lives more often, I should say. Sorry about this other live stream. I don't know what happened with it. My software has just been on the it's been cooked, so to speak. Anyway, welcome, Hacken from Sweden, from Oslo, Norway. That's incredible. Amazing. Just putting my phone on Do Not Disturb. Anyway, guys, there's been a lot happening in the crypto world, as everyone knows. There's a lot of ETFs that are pending approval at the moment, which is very exciting. Gosh, I can't explain to you how the landscape has changed in the last, 7, 8, 9 months. It's absolutely incredible. I'm very excited. And again, as everyone knows, I've went and obviously built my exchange, Curve, and registered that here in Australia. It's been just a monumental task to get this up and running, and obviously the trading bots with Octobot, which I'm going to show you guys. So anyway, welcome to the live stream. I'm glad I'm finally able to get this bloody thing going, that is for sure. And yes, I am going to have a vape because I was incredibly stressed. I had to update my software. But anyway, welcome, Stu. Let's get into it, guys. Obviously, if you are new to the channel, make sure you smash the subscribe button down there and turn on that little bell notification, because as you can see on my channel, I love documenting my journey with investing with crypto, dividend stocks, growth stocks, talking about passive income, building financial freedom, and of course, my goal at the end of the day is to build generational wealth. So come along on this incredible journey. It has been insane so far. Also, if you can give this live stream a thumbs up, watch us straight through, would really help me push this channel out to a lot more people around the world, because the YouTube algorithm goes crazy when you guys give it a thumbs up. All right, so make sure you do that. Thank you very much. If you are new to the channel, again, make sure you do that. Now, also, little disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own research and due diligence with this stuff. I don't want to see anyone get financially hurt. That is why my number one golden rule is I only invest what I can afford to lose. And yet we don't like to lose. You can lose money like that in the blink of an eye, of course, in crypto and any other investment. So please be careful out there. Do your own research. This live stream is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Right, ladies and gentlemen, the formalities are out of the way. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome, Stephen, ANZ. Oh, sorry, New Zealand from Wellington. Bullish, guys. That's incredible. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Anyway, let's get to the total crypto market cap today, which is, incredible to see. Uh, Guys, this is wild. I mean, look at this. Today's market cap for the total crypto market cap is $4.18 trillion. Volume is at $204 billion. We're at 59 on the fear and greed index, which is again nice. We're 65 out of 100 on the altcoin season, which is incredible. But you know what blows my mind? Has anyone actually seen the ETF inflows from last night's Wall Street Open? $1.2 billion. I'll repeat that, $1.2 billion for Bitcoin and Ethereum. And I've just seen this now because I've been mucking around with the computer all night, but $985 million was purchased in Bitcoin at the Wall Street market open early this morning here in Australia. Ethereum, $233.5 million. Does anyone understand the significance of that? That is enormous. And we've barely got any XRP ETFs, which is incredible to see. Like, can people actually understand the significance of these ETFs and what's coming for this total crypto market cap right here? Like, it's absolutely crazy to think where this is going to go. It really is. Like, we're going to get into all of that. Obviously, there's some pretty bullish interviews on X, which I'm going to play you guys. And it's really important that you guys do pay attention to this. Anyway, coming over to my watch list, and I do share this in the Wall Street Bull University. I've had that up and running now for, 5 years. So thank you very much to those of you that have stayed with the Wall Street Bull University. It's gone a long way to help support my channel. So thank you very much. Bitcoin is currently trading at 122,365 US dollars, which is unbelievable. It's up in the last day 2%. It's up 11.89% in the last 7 days. You can see in the top left-hand side here, which is crazy. The last month alone, it is up 10%. In the year, 98.6%. Bearing in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that, the S&P 500, like the S&P 500, average returns between 8 to 10%. If you're starting talking bullish terms for the returns on Wall Street, 13 to 14% on a really good year. Like, it's incredible to see this. It's unbelievable. Coming to Ethereum, again, this is in the last year, 87.91%, which is incredible. Coming to the last day, though, let's have 0.75. We're up 12.45% in the last 7 days. We're officially in October, that is for sure. October historically has just, been really bullish for Bitcoin and other, again, altcoins. Coming over here, let's have a look at my favorite cryptocurrency, XRP, insanely undervalued. Let me know in the live chat if you are a bullish XRP holder. Let's have a look here. In the last day, again, it's down 1.34%. I'm not worried about that. It is up 8% this week. In the last month, we're up 5.54%, which is insane to think about that. Hang on, I'm just getting a message now. Right, so 5.54% in the last year. A lot of people are not paying attention to, like, it is up 470%. Can you guys see that? 470%. It's just insane. Solana, $228, up 13%. Dogecoin, 25 cents. Cardano, 85 cents. Chainlink is at $21.93. Sui's at $3.52. Stellar, bullish on that, 39 cents. Hedera's at 22 cents. Litecoin, $118. Wow. XDC, I've held this for years. It is at 7 cents, and Quant is doing also not bad at 106 US dollars. My dollar cost average into Quant was around about 60. gosh, would have been $60 at the time. And that was, 3.5 years ago now, which is incredible how time flies, but mind blowing to see that. It's just a really bullish time for crypto, guys. And I just wanted to come and do a live stream because anyway, it's just insane. Anyway, welcome to the live stream, ladies and gents. And hopefully everything's going well in your world because my computer just I'm sorry to swear, but like it just drove me insane. Anyway, Curve, my spot crypto exchange, ladies and gentlemen. This has been an absolute mission to get this up and running. And again, I think I'm sitting at 658 registered users, which is incredible to see. So thank you very much for those of you that have registered on Curve. If you haven't, go to Curve Invest, register an account. Make sure you upload your documents for KYC. That's driver's license, passport, or a government issued ID and a utility bill. And I will apply a 10% discount to your trading fees. That's just to say thank you to my audience. Where is my espresso? You know what? That's a very good point. I'm actually going to make an espresso live. Watch this. I'm going to do this. I'm making an espresso live in front of all of you. So bear with me 1 second. It's Saturday night. I don't care. We're doing it. Here we go. I forgot to put water in it, by the way. Let's get this up and running. All right. We've got my Apple Watch as well. I am making an espresso. There we go. All right. Now, we're back, guys. We are back. There we go. There's the espresso. Anyway, let's get into Curve, the spot crypto exchange. As you can see, I've got all of my bots running at the moment. This is hilarious. I actually made an espresso live in front of hundreds of people. That's amazing. All right, now we're cooking. All right, so again, Curve, I've got all of the Octobots running at the moment. It's incredible because all of these bots on Octobot essentially trade the markets for you completely automated, which everyone knows. I've been trading software for many years on this channel. Gosh, I've used everything from PyNX to all of the grid bots on like my former partners, OKX, Bybit, and of course 3 commas for many years. I will say it's amazing to see when you start your own crypto exchange, how these other exchanges, act, so to speak. I don't need to say too much about that, but they really change their tone towards, YouTube influencers, so to speak, when you start something like this. So anyway, putting that aside, Octobot's incredible. It's fully automated. I have got all of my deals on Bitcoin at the moment. As you can see, it's got 26 orders in there. All the way up to, I will say, $124,000, which again, it's definitely going to be trailing up, which is nice. What else have we got here? I've got the bot running on Ethereum as well. This is also trading for me flat out, and it's $4,488. And as you can see right here, it is trailing up as well to 4,800. Buying and selling. Here are the deals. So it's actually, today's the 4th of October. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 trades buying and selling, accumulating that USDT, which is awesome. Coming down here, let's have a look and see. We've got XRP, the XRP bot, which is amazing. Again, again, the multi-bot update that came with Octobot, by the way, was enormous. That update took like just over 2.5 months to get through with Octobot. And the XRP bot that I had running previously before that update was up, I believe, 20% in 2 months. That's no BS. Some of my incredible users on Curve and Octobot have showed me screenshots, and they're up like 20%, 19%. It's just incredible. And it's just the beginning, I will say. And if you scroll down here today, again, XRP's down today, but it has been trading all week. As you can see, I've got my orders filled in here. And again, it places limit orders with the grid trading bot, so it's pretty straightforward. But gosh, it's upwards. Let's have a look here. It's upwards to $4 USD because we're trading with USDT. And again, you don't have to do anything, which is amazing. This is what people need to understand, that it's fully automated trading software. I mean, you don't have to pre-program anything. It's all done for you. And it's monitoring the markets, I should say, with artificial intelligence. This is what I love. I saw it with I mean, as you can see down here, there you go. I'm checking if my 32 orders are in accordance with the strategy. This is what I love about Octobot and, of course, trading with Curve. Look at this. I check the spread between orders. It's monitoring the markets for you. This is what this incredible software is doing. So anyway, I've got them all running at the moment. Let me just show you guys like what I've got running at the moment. Yeah, so I started these at the peak of the market, like peak on the 15th of, gosh, when was that? September. And we did have a market dip. So this is what people need to understand. You have to let them run. And if I just go to the month, as you can see, where are we? We're around here somewhere. Anyway, look, around the 15th of September, there we go. That's when the multiple, and it just had that massive dip. So it will recover, which is amazing. So again, let's have a look at the Stellar Lumen bot. That is up 4.81%, as you can see right here, which is incredible. And the strategy is creates and maintains trailing XLM USDT grid strategy for 30 orders with a spread of 0.02 and an increment of 0.01. So if you come over to Curve and you check, I mean, 4% in like less than a month is ridiculous. I mean, I don't even know what that is annualized. If anyone wants to work that out, let me know. I don't know. If anyone can do it on an AI and annualize that return, let me know. So coming down here, as you can see, the buying and selling is happening right now. I don't have to do anything, which is amazing. So guys, if you are wanting to start up with this, go to my YouTube channel and come down to this video here, the Multibots Live. It's a full breakdown on how to actually set these up. And there are timestamps in there, which makes life a lot easier. Gosh, this coffee is so good, guys. And it's really good to speak to everybody. Really, really good, guys. I'm really, I've been wanting to do a live stream for a long time on the channel. And what have we got here? Time for commercial. Yeah, morning England from England. Welcome. Any suggestion about a good tax agent that understands crypto? A good tax agent, make sure you do your research. There is software and you can get statements, of course, on Curve and of course any other platform. You'll need those statements for the financial year when you do your tax returns, and they should have all the buys and sells that you've done. So you will pay capital gains tax, and the Australian Tax Office will flag you if you're in Australia that you hold cryptocurrencies and you trade them. It's inevitable. You're going to be paying tax, but if you have a good accountant, then you might be able to work something out for yourself. Now, Man of the River, what exactly does Octobot do? That's a good question. So when you're trading cryptocurrency, I've been in this space for a long time, and normally, you either put a buy order in on an exchange or a sell order, whatever you want to do, or you can use other software such as 3Commas. You have to pre-program your parameters into like a grid strategy. As you can see on the screen, as you can see right here, I'm actually using my finger, which is pretty cool. You can see the grid lines on this. So essentially what happens with Octobot and the grid bots is it's automatically placing buy and sell orders for you. So when the market moves up, it's going to be selling, taking profit. And when the market goes down, it's going to be buying the dip. So when the market moves up, as you can see, just constantly buying and selling. That's what it's doing. And of course, we're in an upward trajectory right here. And the market's going to be going parabolic. So this is what this does. It's fully automated trading software. And I will say that if you come over, it's like, this is my wallet, so to speak. Where are we right here? Balance. It's accumulating USDT. Like, as you can see right here, it's just accumulating those profits. So when the bot moves up and down on the grid, it's going to be obviously buying and taking the profits and accumulating your USDT. That's what it's essentially doing. And you understand what's coming in the crypto space with all of these ETFs. It's going to be pretty wild. So go watch the video. It's incredible. Again, multi-bots live. Go do that. Now let's get into some news, ladies and gents, because again, that's what we're all here for. But very likely the Bitcoin cycle will continue in, again, in some form. Gemini executive right here, which again is bullish. While Bitcoin's 4-year cycle may not play out exactly as it has in the past, that doesn't mean the concept is entirely dead. According to a crypto executive, I think when it comes to the 4-year cycle, the reality is that it's very likely that it will continue to see some form of cycle. Crypto exchange Gemini's head of the Asia Pacific region, Saad Ahmed, told Cointelegraph during a sit-down interview on token 049 in Singapore, it ultimately stems from people get really excited and overextend themselves, and then you can kind of see a crash, and then it kind of corrects to an equilibrium right here. Fair enough. However, Ahmed said the growing institutional involvement in crypto industry could help market absorb some of the volatility. 100%. You'll see some kind of volatility kind of flag off, but then you'll see some sort of cycle because ultimately it's driven by, by human emotion. Now, and again, October may mark Bitcoin cycle peak if patterns repeat. I don't think so. That's just my opinion. A lot of people are saying we're going to see a peak in 2026. And yes, I bet 2026 is an up year, Hogan said on July 26. I broadly think we are going in for a few good years. And I agree with that. I really do agree with that because the President Trump administration has changed the landscape for crypto. And I do believe that we are going to see, the crypto market increase dramatically over the next 3 to 4 years. So there is literally an opportunity for a lifetime, once in a lifetime, I should say. Let's have a look here. What other questions? The Netherlands say hello. Do you think a single coin bots are more beneficial than the multi-coin bots? It's look, depending on which ETF gets approved first, and again, it's all down to when these ETFs get approved, it'll capture that momentum. And again, it's up to you whether you want to run the multi-bots or not. But I mean, I'm running all of the single pair bots and of course the top coin accelerator bot, as you can see right here. They're all running at the moment. A couple of them are in the green dramatically, which is awesome. So it's up to you. But I think, XRP in particular, the bot will pick up that momentum once all of these ETFs get approved. I think there's a possum in my tree. It's crazy. Anyway, moving on. We've had 1.5 billion XRP in 24 hours, which is crazy. XRP secures $1.5 billion in volume, which creates serious ground for long-term recovery. This is just the beginning. Institutions will buy this up like wildfire. It's just the beginning. In addition to traded on exchanges, the payment volume metric measures the amount of XRP that is actually being used within RippleNet and other payment rails. This kind of spike is typically the result of increased institutional and settlement activity. As such, large-scale surges are rarely explained by smaller retail movements. This shows that big players might be resuming or increasing their use of XRP for actual payment processes, which is insane. Yes, the payment, the possum. I've got one living in my tree at the moment. It is massive. It's like this big. For those of you that don't know what a possum is, that's an Australian native animal. And they make a hell of a lot of noise at night. Drives me insane. Anyway, we've got big moves on XRP, which is nice. I needed that coffee. And Gucci's sitting here with me, which is nice. My little Frenchie. The SEC didn't approve Tushrum's XRP ETF. I've got bloody mosquitoes in here as well. Welcome to Australia. It simply let the clock run out. which is interesting. The Tushram XRP ETF went live because the SEC let its deadline expire during the shutdown, not because it was approved. Eleanor Tarrant explained it qualified under the 40 Act, and so no active SEC approval was needed. Unlike the spot crypto ETFs, over 30 new ETFs, including 21 from Rex, Osprey, and 6 leverage products from Defiance, hit the SEC while it was in limited operations, which, gosh, it's mind-blowing to see. We'll get into that in a second. We'll get into that on X because I want to play you guys this. And Ripple Engineer says the XRP ledger aims to be institutions' first choice for innovation and trust. And Ripple cryptographer Jay, I can't even pronounce his name. I'm not going to even try. Akali right here outlines a privacy-first roadmap, ZK proofs and confidential tokens to make the XRP ledger attractive to institutions, which is nice. And we've got here, he aims to make the ledger the first choice for institutions by building in privacy, compliance, and trust at the protocol level. He pointed to zero-knowledge proofs and confidential multi-purpose tokens, MPTs, as tools that can enable private compliant transactions and support tokenized real-world assets. This is huge. I mean, honestly, it's wild. Now, this is another interesting one as well. We have Solana dominating tokenized stock trading with 95.6% volume, which is, you know, this is coming to either Ethereum or Solana. I'm not entirely sure just yet. I don't know. Which one do you think is going to happen? Because I've watched Tom Lee from Fundstrat, and he believes, you know, given the Ethereum network has had barely any downtime in 10, like none in 10 years, Solana has had downtime, and there are institutions going big on Solana at the moment, like billions of dollars. But I mean, this is pretty cool to see that they're tokenizing stock trading. I would love to see this, because how good would it be if we were able to buy stocks 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, as opposed to waiting for, you know, Monday to Friday, so to speak, at 11 p.m. here in Australia, which is, you know, frustrating. Anyway, I'm going to move over to X. Welcome to the live stream. John Page, I'm just another fellow, as you're trying to say hello. The ATO is watching us all. Yes, they are, unfortunately. They are watching us all. Let's go over to X. Now, this is amazing to see this, and James Seifert put this up, but 30 plus crypto-related exchange-traded funds filed with the SEC last night alone. Just the beginning. This is Nate Garasu right here. Any crypto ETF you could possibly imagine will be filed with the SEC over the next several months. You all have no idea what's coming. Look at this. This is crazy right now. This is Rex, Osprey, Aave, Cardano, Atom, AVAX, BCH, Crow, Polkadot, Ethereum Name Service, Hedera. We have Injective, Hype, Chainlink, Litecoin, Near Protocol, OKB, Say, Sui, Tau, TRX, Uniswap, XLM. Look at them all. Look at this. It's unbelievable. We've got Ethereum as well, 3x long, so it's leveraged. Defiance daily target right now. We've got, gosh, what else have we got here, guys? We've got Bitcoin, Ethereum. You've got Apple, Google, all of the other big ones right here. This is crazy. MSTR, Microsoft right now, Coinbase, Palantir. We've got Tesla, Nvidia. It's just mind-blowing. I mean, look at this. Even Eric Balchunas is saying this is just going to be exploding. I'm so excited, and you know, I get a lot of questions about this because that people really don't understand what the significance of this is. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity that retail has had an opportunity to get in before the institutions have. For years, this is, you know, I've been waiting for this moment for years, and to see this happening before our very eyes, ladies and gentlemen, it's absolutely insane. These funds will be buying these assets and tokenize, like basically allowing Wall Street and traditional finance or TradFi to be getting into crypto, and the retail sectors had this beforehand, which does not happen very often unless you're an institutional investor getting access to this stuff. It's just mind-blowing. Let's have a listen to Brad Garlinghouse, guys.
So, Bitcoin today, as was said earlier, Bitcoin in many ways has been a successful experiment, but not when it comes to payments. The throughput of Bitcoin, both in terms of to confirm a transaction, often can take an hour. I think Tavis said earlier, you're not going to use Bitcoin to buy coffee unless you want to wait there an hour for it to confirm the transaction. And then the transaction cost would be pretty high. So your Bitcoin, XRP, and the performance.
If you're using Bitcoin to buy coffee, that's just nuts. I mean, you're $5 coffee now here in Australia. Melbourne's like mad on coffee, but if you're buying coffee like with Bitcoin, you're just insane. It's just stupid. Don't do that, all right? Because like the guy that bought the pizzas years ago, I mean, those 2 pizzas that he bought are worth hundreds of millions of dollars. So don't do that. Anyway, let's have a listen to this. $2 trillion Citibank just said live on CNBC that huge amounts of flows will come into Bitcoin. Listen to this.
Yeah, I mean, quite simply, the bull case is based on flows. We've seen a huge amount of flows in the last year, and we continue to expect those flows to be realized. So flows into year end and then flows for the next 12 months. That is really the key determinant of the bull case, but even the base case for both Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Where are those flows coming from?
The ETF is the best proxy, the best high frequency proxy to measure those flows. And that's where you see pretty consistent inflows.
Can people understand what's coming at the moment? Like, it's mind blowing, very exciting. Fear and greed next sitting at 71. We also have Polymarket traders see 71% chance that Bitcoin hits 126K in October, with the odds of 46% to 130, 24% 135, and 5% for $150,000 Bitcoin, which is crazy. 5%, and you've got 200,000. It's a 1% chance, but I mean that should come by next year, in my opinion. It's wild. It's awesome. Have a listen to this as well. The mainstream media is so bullish on Bitcoin. Gosh, I wish they had done this last year. Listen to
2024, so here we are again right now. That's because there's been positive seasonality for Bitcoin over its history, over the last 10 years of nine.
In the fourth quarter, especially.
In the fourth quarter, especially October. This is here we are now. We know Bitcoin's already up a good amount, so I think this has ability to eventually take advantage of this and much higher.
Okay, so that's the regular gold versus the digital gold trade. Let's clear this and let's put the comparative up, because the relative price movement can tell us something about maybe future performance as well. No guarantees, of course, right? The disclaimer is always there. But what did the pattern show you? This is the course of the past kind of year or so. What are you seeing here?
That's right. As we can tell, coming into the month, it was a pretty big performance gap, almost 20%, right? So there is a tendency to have this close. Now, we've seen this before as well, where it started off very similar, and then as gold stopped, this is when Bitcoin started to rally again. And of course, by the time you got to the summer months, those percentages were now the same again, which I think has a pretty good chance of happening once more. That could even, again, gold moving just sideways or lower and Bitcoin continuing to move higher. And I think you see that into the fourth quarter, into the end of the year.
So we've combined all of those together. What we are concluding with this is if the historical patterns have played out like they have in the past, we could see a rally for Bitcoin and a consolidation phase for regular gold.
Very well said.
Can you guys hear that? Because by the end of this year, it's going to be a very good Christmas. That's all I'm going to say. It's unbelievable. The US stock market, for those Wall Street traders, it added $825 billion this week, which is amazing. We have the XRP ETFs coming next week. We should have them next week. Let's have a look here. Yes, so it'll be next week, Friday. We could see finally the XRP ETFs approved. There has been $300 billion added to the crypto market since October started, which is insane. This is an interesting chart that I will show everybody, by the way, and you can see the gold to a global money supply to Bitcoin price. And 2025, we're definitely going to be going a lot higher. All right, because the MT money supply is, this is wild to see this, as you can see right here. Look at this chart. This is the money supply. Bitcoin will follow that. It's like clockwork. It will follow that. So just prepare yourselves. Also, President Trump's son, Eric Trump, right here. Yes, he did tweet out buy the dips, and it is up over 10% since he tweeted that. Absolute facts. It's the truth. We also have BlackRock buying 6,450 Bitcoin, and now holds 783,000 Bitcoin. That is a lot of Bitcoin. Listen to this as well. Again, let's have a quick listen to this. This is English.
Go to Walmart. There are 150 million Americans who use Walmart online or in person every week. Can now actually have crypto in the very same app. They can buy it, they can hold it, they can store it, they can trade it if they want. And then when they want to go pay for something, they can, turn it into cash. And like we said, OnePay is actually integrated into the checkouts of Walmart. So it is, I think, a milestone in that case, Carl.
All right, Hugh, thank you.
I wish Australia was as bullish on crypto as the United States. Now, this is interesting. Chad, thank you for this one. But remember that Tushrum's XRP ETF was not approved by the SEC directly. They reached the deadline and the SEC didn't approve or deny the listing. So it was automatically allowed, which is fascinating. And you can see the tweet, effective 1st of November and until further notice, the agency will have very limited number of staff available, and the SEC has staff available to respond to emergency situations. So they literally just let the approval go through. And Eleanor Tarrant right here, adding some context here for those asking if this applies to all ETFs, including the spot ETFs. Short answer is no. The Tushroom XRP ETF holds treasuries, cash, and swap receivables. So it was registered under the 40 Act, meaning the SEC Gov didn't need to actively approve it, just let it go effective. The SEC is also generally lets futures ETFs go effective once the statutory period passes, rather than requiring the new active approval each time. Spot ETFs, though, are registered under the 33 Act as a commodity trust and do require explicit SEC approval before launching. So any new spot crypto ETFs, Litecoin, Sol, XRP, won't begin trading until the SEC can declare the S1s effective, likely after the government shutdown is over and the agency has returned to operating at full capacity, which is, gosh, it's going to be it's just mind-blowing. Coming down here as well, Bitcoin has a larger market cap than the top 5 banks in the world combined. That is bullish. We have, and again, my Octobots have just placed the trade. There you go. You can hear it in the background. We'll have a look in a second. ETF opportunities, trust delays to 10th of October. 2x long ETFs to October 10th for XRP, Solana, Trump, Litecoin, Melania, Bonk, BNB, Cardano. Oh, it's just mind-blowing. Really, really exciting times. It really is, guys. It's really exciting. Have listened to Pompilano as well, but listen.
We're going to be looking back and saying, whoa, Solana has the largest market share of all these layer ones. So if you ask me to rank the layer ones, I'd tell you Solana's at the top of the list, and Solana will be, to me, the rail system for real-world assets, stocks and bonds, commercial paper, etc. You and I both know that there are big banks here in the United States that are looking to tokenize on Solana. And when those stories come out and they're fully fleshed, I think it's going to be a very, very exciting time for you at the foundation, for me as an investor, and for people who actually are going to get real utility out of the technology. I believe Solana.
So you've heard it as well from the Scaramucci, I should say. Sorry, not Pompilano. Scaramucci. Well, it'd be crazy. If Australia did that and the shopping centres at the capital gains would be a nightmare. Yeah, I agree, Andres. Like the capital gains taxes on people making purchases. I mean, but it's going to have to change because it is the future. And Australia is always, gosh, 5-6 years behind the United States. Unfortunately, it's just the way it is. The SEC missed Thursday's deadline for Canary Capital spot Litecoin decision amid the government shutdown. Bloomberg analysts note that the 19B-4 deadlines may be irrelevant. This was yesterday, and because of the SEC transitions to new generic listing standards, which means it's fast-tracking all of the ETF approvals, which is unbelievable to think about that. Have a listen to Arthur Hayes. We'll play this.
3.2 million. You say very clearly at the end of that, post that, hey guys, like, I'm not saying that that's what Bitcoin's going to hit, but is that what Bitcoin can hit by 2028?
It can hit infinity, right? That's just math. I don't know. But I just wanted to mentally check, okay, well, if this much money could be printed and, here's one way it could happen, is the magnitude there so that you're directionally right? And you can be, you can fuck around with a lot of stuff. If you bought something at 100,000 and it goes to 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, whatever the price is, you're allowed to make a lot of mistakes. But if you're, in something that doesn't have the potential to have that sort of magnitude of upside, then obviously it's much more difficult to earn a positive return.
Look, you highlighted like $15 trillion in a credit explosion, de-dollarization push, like all of this. Does it only go into Bitcoin? Is the entire crypto market, like the big cap tokens, the big winners as, monetary expansion continues?
Of course, the majority of it will go into Bitcoin, and I think obviously then.
There you go. And then we'll end up on this one, but have a listen to this.
Very ephemeral, hard to get their hands around, but they see what's happening on the stablecoin and tokenization space, and they know that that's going to be enormously significant. Really important people are saying that stablecoins will reinvent payments and tokenization will reinvent stock, bond, commodity, and real estate markets. The head of the SEC is saying that. The head of the Bank of England is saying that. The CEO of BlackRock is saying it. People can imagine that happening. And then they want to ask, how do they invest? And when they look how to invest, the answer is in the blockchain space. And then when they evaluate the different blockchain, the speed, the throughput, the finality of Solana makes it seem extraordinarily attractive. You can tell them things like Solana literally gets to finality in the blink of an eye, 400 microseconds going to 150 microseconds. That makes sense to them. That's how they like to trade. So this story is really resonant, and I think you'll see substantial flows. Look, I think Solana...
Substantial flows. It's crazy. Crazy. Now, that is it for the news, so to speak, guys. It's if you are not positioning yourself accordingly in this space, do so as a friend telling you, because things are going to get pretty wild, and it's just the beginning. And that's, again, one of the main reasons why I started my own crypto exchange, Curve, and of course, trading with the software on the bots. It's wild. So again, if you are interested in signing up to EarnCurve, go do that, earncurveinvest.com. Click register an account, KYC, and you'll be up and running and trading as soon as possible. And again, if you want to know how to get the bots going, there's the bot link there, the actual setup guide. Go watch that video, really straightforward, and you'll be able to trade completely automated. As you can see right here, bots are working nicely. Anyway, guys, it was really good to speak to everybody. Thank you for those of you that have tuned in around the world. I appreciate it. Any questions about EarnCurve, you can email me here on the website. Just click email us and you'll be able to email me directly there. I will get back to you. Start trading your bots, because whatever's, in the next couple of months, this is going to get wild. It really is. And I don't think a lot of us are prepared for what's coming. It's very exciting times. Anyway, I'm out of here, ladies and gents. Make sure you have a good weekend, a good night, a good afternoon, and a good morning. And if it's morning wherever you are around the world, make sure you have an espresso. I'm about to have another one. All right, bulls. Take care of yourselves, and I'll speak to everyone soon. All right, peace. Stay safe. Bye, guys.